There were some announcements throughout the week. I don't know if everybody saw them. One from command is high-speed high-speed pits are now a thing that we want to normalize. What that means, you got an interference vehicle, pits you at 130. They're not trying to kill you, but they're being extremely reckless. Hit them back. Hit them at 130 miles per hour. However, you need a command approval before we start doing that. That's just one example. Let's say you're 90 minutes into a chase. They're on swap number 8. You know, the pits, the spikes, they're not working. You don't really have a reason to escalate to deadly force like shoot to disable. So high-speed pit. You can get that permission from command, seniors, officers. They can request it, but they cannot approve it. Now, that is the standard operating procedure. You say, what if there's no command around? Well, if you're a primary officer and you make that call, just be ready to be accountable for it if it's the wrong one, if command asks.
That whole high-speed pursuit thing. So that means that if someone pits you at high speeds, you no longer open fire on them, you pit them back at high speeds,
No, it's your
correct?
discretion if you want to. You have the option to open fire, but you also have the option to do high-speed pit. It's your discretion as the primary officer which one you want to use.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, Soros. It's the same as it's always been. But
Okay,
now
it sounded different.
Now everybody's aware of it. Not just people who are actually good pursuit drivers.
Yeah, so I believe SLU knew about it, and Command talked about it like 3 or 4 months ago. And if you're like always in pursuits, you probably knew that we would authorize high-speed pits, but it was never something that was formally announced, and that's why it is being now. So it's more of the fact. I would say pursuit going too long, you need to end it, or maybe they like ran over a local, or they did something really like too many jumps. But if someone is like trying to kill you with some kind of like interference ramming or shit, sure, shoot to disable, shoot to kill if they try to kill you, you want them dead. But it's more of like this is an extra option. It's also something that shouldn't be considered until you've exhausted all other choices. So spikes, they've dodged them. Other pits, they've broken them. They're broken out of box multiple times. They swapped car multiple times. Then
so I mean the thing I've always played by, if someone pits an officer at over 100 at high speeds, we open fire, no questions asked. Obviously you can get on the megaphone and tell them that they're going to be open fired on, but if someone's pitting at over 100, I've always been one to authorize, okay, shoot to disable the vehicle, right? Or at least until the weapon's no longer a threat, aka their car. Just making sure that hasn't changed at all. Or if that's
the discretion of the primary officer. Sometimes there's context behind like the high-speed pit from the interference. If it's like it's got it's pit when safe, and I could pit someone at 100 miles per hour in a safe location, or I could pit them and they like fly into a wall and it's really dangerous, right? There's different ways to pit. So if they high-speed pit and you just end up like spinning out and you're not in danger, then sure, just authorize yourself at that point to do the high-speed pit back.
I never had those strike points yet, and I wonder what.
Okay, I got it.
Finally has to happen.
It's to give primary officers like more freedom to kind of escalate when you want, but escalate in a different way.
Sometimes
okay, and just and you said you had to get authorization from command before you, or a senior from before you.
No, command only.
Command only to open fire.
No. That is still officer discretion.
So which part do I need command approval then?
High-speed pit.
High-speed pit them back. Okay. All right. Sounds good then.
All right. Cool.
All right. Easy. All right.
Sweets. I made Lovesick run the meeting because seniors are meant to be.
I got strike points. Okay.
All right. So I don't understand. That doesn't make much sense though. Because if you're authorizing, so to shoot them, you don't need authorization from a command member. It's still the primary discretion. But to high-speed pit them back, you need authorization from command. I'm confused. I don't understand. What? Huh? I'm trying to understand that, because I would assume it would be the other way around. So, still primary officer's discretion to shoot them if they pit over 100. But if you want to pit them at high speeds, you need a command approval. I don't understand. Am I dumb or something? I don't get it. Is there something I'm missing here? I guess it's because high speed pitting is an SOP violation. It just sounds weird though, because if you think about it, shooting is a higher level of force than the high speed pitting back. But I guess high speed pitting is not in the SOPs, which is, or it is an SOP violation, which is why you need a command to approve it. But why would anyone go out of their way to request a command approval for a high speed pit when they've already put in your high speeds? Usually, I've always worked under like, hey, if this guy's pitting over 100, you know, like they pit 110, 120, right? Over anything over 100, you just open fire on the vehicle, shoot it disabled to the weapon that they're driving. The car is disabled, right? That's always what I've worked on. He slowed down so much. He's not